Short video here because, well, the teaser was short. The highly anticipated Doom Eternal DLC had a reveal at QuakeCon 2020, and well, it was a trailer for the actual trailer, which drops on the 27th of August. But no matter, I thought I'd, take the opportunity to explain, at least from my perspective, what I would like to see from said DLC. And obviously, note this is my opinion. If you disagree, that's okay. We're big boys here. First thing, I think the DLC should drop with a master level. We only got like 2, and the itch for more is fucking unbearable. Apparently at QuakeCon they revealed that, Super Gore Nest will be the next master level. I don't know, I didn't tune in, I couldn't be asked, but still, that's fucking awesome. I can just imagine what the battles and, the big open chasm are gonna look like. Am I asking for too much here? I don't know, but here's the thing. The campaign is Eternal's bread and butter. The battle mode is okay, but one, you can't find matches, and 2, I don't really seeing it having that long-term staying power. Apart from in Powered Demons and a few minor tweaks, the campaign hasn't seen much in the way of post-launch content until now, of course. So the premise of an additional master level launching alongside the DLC will rope in both the hardcore and casual fans that may have been starting to stray away from the game. And pertaining to the actual DLC, well, lore, I think it's no shit, there's gonna be lore, but I want it to be done well, of course. We learn in the story that when it comes to the Maker race, Vega, you are the father. And it appears that we hear Daddy Vega throughout the teaser. He's got that kind of morphed, fatherish voice.
You are here to restore order to my world.
I hope we see a lot of that in Vega's relationship to Urdak, the Makers and all that. Hopefully we learn a bit more about the Seraphim too, and how all that ties in. Listen, I'm not super hip on the lore of this game, however I am, interested in seeing the general direction that it takes. I want to see new demons. Now it looks, if you look at the artwork, that the Summoner from 2016 may be coming back. Now look, I hate that little bastard. I want to curb stomp her fucking hammerhead shark looking ass into putrid oblivion. She was my #1 run ender in 2016. However, since we have the Archvile, I wonder how the Summoner will function. Perhaps a little differently. It'd be cool to see maybe 1 new demon per category, 1 fodder, 1 super heavy. Just to really change the flow of combat. Most Doom players have adopted a very regimented playstyle at this point, and it would be cool if there was a new demon to, maybe slightly change the meta, if you catch my drift. These new corrupted Makers look metal as fuck. I really dig the color palette. I hope they have some kind of unique function and are more than just, a plain old reskin. I wonder if they're heavy or super heavy. Imagine a super heavy Maker demon that flies. Look at the wings. Perhaps I'm overhyping myself, but that sounds fucking badass. A flying, super heavy Maker. Fuck yes. Kind of related to the new demons. If there's a boss fight, because it is a 2-part DLC, I'd like it to be more dynamic, interactive, and unique than what we got in the base game. Now look, I was not a fan of the boss battles in Eternal's campaign. One of my only gripes. I thought 2016 had better boss battles, in fact. I don't like how there was a very particular strategy you had to employ that the game pretty much tells you from the get-go via tutorial. In the Icon of Sin, example, I don't like how you are basically fighting the standard demons while occasionally taking pot shots at the Big Daddy. I want to focus my attention on the boss, learn attacks, and come up with a strategy. I never learned the attack patterns of the Con Maker. I just did some fucking parkour bullshit, then went rocket meat hook, I just hope if there is a boss fight, it involves us actually fighting this badass enemy as opposed to some very linear rinse and repeat style boss. The Gladiator boss was alright, though very hard, so if anything, more like that. Not gonna lie though, fighting an ancient god, Doomslayer is practically Kratos at this point. Hopefully we get new environments. Obviously we're going back to Urdak, but I hope it isn't, I hope it isn't like what we've already seen, just darker and decayed. I want new locations. Judging by the teaser, it does look like we are seeing new locations. I don't want just, a reskin of the common Urdak we've already seen. This marine base looks sick. Kind of reminds me of the Argent Tower level from 2016. One of my absolute favorite things about this game is the environments. Like me in a Papa John's bathroom, they hold nothing back and just went fucking ballistic with as many creative ideas as they could. And it just allowed for some crazy, larger-than-life set pieces. Come on, Urdak. Necroval, Hell on Earth. It's just, oh, it's all so great, and I need more. Imagine on this naval base, you're inside, then a massive door opens. It's dark. There's this huge storm raging overhead, and massive tidal waves brewing underneath. I mean, we never had something like that in Doom. You know, weather effects is kind of new territory for the game, so I'd love to see what that looks like in practice. I love big stormy skyboxes, and there's so much goddamn potential here. Apparently there's supposedly going to be like new abilities and stuff added as well. I mean, Doomslayer's arsenal is already so fucking unholy, it makes the devil look holy, so I literally cannot imagine what this new ability would do / look like. I mean, new ability, like, is that a rune, a movement ability, a perk? I guess only time will tell on that front. Oh, excuse me. I nearly forgot. Music. Obviously, we know about the Mick Gordon drama. In a utopian world, id Software and Mick would, rekindle their relationship, but that likely ain't gonna happen. I mean, I really hope that we have new music for this DLC. Like, I love the original soundtrack, it's just, I'd like more, I hope music doesn't get reused a lot, if at all. That entails a new composer, and I know a lot of people predict, the likes of Andrew Hulshall and whatnot. That'd be cool. In my little fantasy world, however, and this is just a little insider knowledge, you know who I'd love to see do the music? Brendan Small. I mean, if you don't know who this guy is, he's like the most talented motherfucker, and he's criminally underrated. According to Wikipedia, Brendan Small is an American stand-up comedian, animator, actor, voice actor, writer, director, producer, singer, and musician. I mean, Jesus Christ, this guy does it all. Most multi-talented guy, second to maybe Johnny Sins. And he is a killer musician. He's the brains behind Deathclock, and his writing style would be perfect for Doom. If I was an executive at Bethesda, I'd be offering big money to the likes of Brendan, maybe a collab with Meshuggah. I mean, Mick was no stranger to Meshuggah. I don't see why that couldn't happen. Whoever it is, maybe it's someone we haven't heard before. That could be cool as well. I just hope that they do a good job. Maybe produce something original as opposed to attempting to mimic Mick's work. Because that'll never work. Mick is Mick, you feel me? They have the benefit of composing the DLC soundtrack, not the original game, so they probably could get away with a little bit of a shift in style, but, I mean, shit, what do I know? I'm a big music nut, and I just really hope we get new music that does justice to Doom. The teaser doesn't really have any signature Doom music, so I hope all is going well behind the scenes, but, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, me listing these artists is an exercise in mere fantasy. So all I'm saying is I'm hoping for a few new bangers because, I mean, I just don't want to see, rinse and repeated songs that we've already heard in the original base game. I want new stuff. I just had a fucking Gatorade. Give me a break. So I think I covered what I wanted to. My hopes, a new master level, an expansion on the lore, new demons that have a significant effect on the gameplay meta as opposed to, simple reskins, an engaging boss battle, new and exciting environments that, employ the same over-the-top style that we see in the base game, new abilities, and of course, some badass music that honors what Doom stands for, not disgraces it. That's pretty much it. See you later.